prepare from chapter number 12 linear programming problems. On exercise 12.1, few selected questions will be solved. Here we will understand the concept of, first of all, minimize z equal to minus 3x plus 4y. Whenever we are given this function, this is known as objective function. In general, we express this as a z in terms of x and y. This is the function in terms of x and y. So this is known as objective function, whichever is to minimize or maximize. Subject to these all inequalities are known as constants. So what we have to do here, actually whichever inequalities are given, they are plotted on graph paper. We find the shaded region and the result is represented by the commonly shaded region, which is known as feasible region. So before we discuss something about the given question, first of all we will plot these inequations on graph paper. Here I have plotted an 8x8 first quadrant sketch only. Reason, because very important part is given as x is greater or equal to 0 and y is greater or equal to 0. These two inequations represent both x and y to be positive, that means only first quadrant. So in general you will find that whenever this situation is given, so it concerns only first quadrant. So that's why I have focused on first quadrant, taking these 8x8 values. Reason, this is suggested, it's advice from my side. When you start plotting the inequation, you must see the maximum and minimum value of x and y possible, making them 0. Like in both of the inequations, if I make y equal to 0, x comes 8, y equal to 0 in second one shows x equal to 4, so maximum of x is 8. Similarly, we can find y, making x 0 in first and second. We find y is 4 from first and from second it is 6, so maximum it is 6 which we require. What is the purpose of doing so? Actually here we will draw the line associated with the inequation. Like inequation number 1, its associated straight line is x plus 2y equal to 8, and for second it is 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. To plot these lines, simply make one time y 0 and other time x 0, so that we can get the points of intersection of straight line with axis. So for first one, as we have seen, x equal to 8, 0 and y is equal to 0, 4. So we will join these two. This line represents inequation number 1. So that's why we can write at one corner that this is from 1. Now after this, as this is an equation, after this step, this much is not enough. We have to shade either of the side of this line. Okay, this is actually inequation. This way only we plot. Inequation means it's a region, not the exact one line. Okay, so what we have to do here, we will take either side represented by some point which is convenient for calculation. That point I advised should be either origin or any point from x or y axis. For example, if I take this 2, 0, here is a group of points I see 2, 0, 3, 0, and this is 0, 1, 0, 2. Any point, one point can be chosen and can be substituted in this inequation number 1. Like I 2, 0 put here, so I find 2 plus 2 into 0 is less or equal to 8. Solving, we get 2 is less or equal to 8, which is the true statement, means shading will be done towards this group of points. And as here very important point, origin is available, so we can say shading will be done towards origin. and we can put such an arrow to show the direction. Shading can be done later. Okay, next, similarly we will plot the second line. Here we get x equal to 4 for y equal to 0 and y equal to 6 for x equal to 0. Joining them, we get the second line representing second equation, and once again it divides the plane in such a way that origin falls one side and other is opposite side to origin. So we can pick one point, either origin also can be taken to see whether we have to shade towards origin. Let's take origin this time. If I put x and y as 0 each, I will see the left hand side of this equation becomes 0 is less or equal to 12, which is the correct answer, correct statement. So that's why towards origin we have to shade. This was the shading part. Now we can put small dashes to show the shaded region direction. Similarly for first one, we can say, and not only these two, here we are given x and y greater or equal to 0. So this is y greater or equal to 0 and this is x greater or equal to 0. Now we see that 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a shaded from 4 directions with respect to 4 straight lines, y-axis, x-axis, equation number 1, equation number 2. So with respect to 4 sides we have shaded, and all 4 shadings are converging in this enclosed region. So this region only is known as feasible region. This should be darkened to show its specific region containing the results required. Now this region is a polygon. Here these points where 2 straight lines are intersecting, they will be corner points of this region, or as we know, these are vertices of the polygon. One is origin itself. This point is A, which we already obtained as 4, 0. This point is B, which we have to evaluate solving equation 1 into these 2 equations. And this point we can see, you can say this is C with 0, 4, and B can be obtained by solving them. And here we get 3x minus x will be 2x. Let me solve for you. If I subtract first from second, sign will be changed. These two cancelled out. 3x minus x, 2x, and 12 minus 8 we get 4. So x equal to 2. Now x is substituted in any of the equations, we get 8 minus 2, 6 by 2, 3. So this is, it's exactly, we are getting 2, 3. So this way we have obtained 4 corner points. This is 0, 0, A 4, 0, B 2, 3, C 0, 4. What is the purpose then? After getting this feasible region, let me note here, this is feasible region. We have to obtain one of the points 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever we optimize the value of, optimize means either minimize or maximize, optimize the value of objective function, we require corner points only. We deal with corner points only. So here in the equation we need to minimize, as it is given, minimize the value of objective functions. So for this purpose we have to draw a table. Let me draw, then I will explain. This way we need to draw the table. This is evaluation table. For this, what we do, one column will be of corner point, other column we will keep for objective function, and these corner points are written shortlisted here. For each corner point we put the value of z. Like 0, 0 is first one. If I replace x and y by 0, so value of z comes 0. We will write conclusion only. No need to show any calculation. 4, 0. Here if I put, it is minus 12 and 0. So it's minus 12, 2, 3. So you can use rough work for this purpose. If verbally you are not comfortable, you can use rough work. 2 3s are 6, minus 6, and 3 4s are 12. 12 minus 6 comes 6. And 0 comma 4 will give us 4 4s are 16, 0. It's a 16. We need to minimize. Minimize means find the minimum value of objective function. So this is the minimum value, negative 12. And for point A, 4 comma 0 means this position. So here, this is the point where this objective function will be giving us the minimum required value. By the way, in feasible region, this is not the fixed point. Optimal values can be obtained on the boundary of this polygon, this feasible region. That's why we are selecting corner points. So it is this also is not a must that optimal value will be given exactly by 1 point. This may be given by more than 1 point also, lying on the same line. Okay. So, but we select from corner points because they are most favorable, as they are the intersection of 2 or more straight lines representing these inequations. So that is why we finalize the situation using corner points only. I hope you get it. This was the presentation. We will see more questions on the same concept, same pattern from the same exercise. Next. Now I have selected question number 3, where we have to maximize the objective function z equal to 5x plus 3y. Again, two inequations are given with compulsory inequations or compulsory constants as x greater or equal to 0, y greater or equal to 0 means only first quadrant we need. Accordingly, I have taken the scale here. So without delay, let's start. First inequation, if I want to plot, I need a straight line. Associated straight line is 3x plus 5y equal to 15. So making y 0, I get x equal to 5. And if I make x 0, y equal to 3. So let's draw this. Now shading is needed. Let's see the direction. The best point so far you might have come to know that 0 0 is the best point for calculation. So here we can put directly 0 0 here in equation number 1. So this left hand side is 0 for 0 comma 0, it becomes completely 0 less than 15, which is correct statement. Shading will be done towards origin. Now similarly we can go ahead for inequation number 2. Taking this equation associated as 5x plus 2y equal to 10. So for y0, x is 2. For x0, y is 5. So let's join these two also. And this also being shaded towards origin. And now you might have come to know the feasible region is visible. With the practice you can easily see that these are not very difficult cases. This way, x greater than 0, we shade towards right hand side of y axis. Y greater than 0, we shade upward direction of x axis. These 4 are converging here. So let's shade, darken the feasible region. One more important thing, that feasible region, if it is a polygon and this is enclosed by sides, such a region is known as bounded region. Bounded region. Let me tell you, this is bounded region. Why bounded? You can see this is enclosed from all 4 directions. This is known as bounded region. And its boundary will be formed by these 4 inequations only. 1, 2, 3, 4. Means in general you will find the number of inequalities decided how many sides will be there of the polygon. Okay. So as we are having 4 inequations, so 4 sided means quadrilateral we are having. Now let's discuss about its corner points. 0 0 is first one. This one we can say A with a 2 comma 0. Here it is B. We will calculate. It is C with 0 comma 3. Now we are having only b to be solved. So approximate value I find 1 comma 2.5. So let's check 1 comma 2.5. We have to solve actually. So this time we can use either of the method of elimination or substitution, but as in general we use elimination, so let's use that. Multiplying 2 6x 10y 30 and 5 here 25x 10y 50, subtraction 25 minus 6 19x, and this is 20. We get x equal to 20 by 19. Now substituting in equation number 1, 20 by 19 gives us 60 by 19. 5y is equal to 15 minus 16 upon 60 by 19, this way. Let me solve, then I will tell you. Now here I have obtained these points. Coordinates of B is 20 by 19, 45 by 19. What I calculated verbally, I could not get even one of them. Both of them are different. So this happens. You should always calculate by elimination method here. Now by the way, this table I have drawn for evaluation. If I take a z 0 0 each for x and y, it comes 0. For 2 comma 0, this will be 2 5s are 10 and 20 by 19. This is a bigger one, that's why. Let's wait. 0 comma 3 will 3 3s are 9. Now this thing we have to do. 20 5s are 100 by 19 plus 45 3s are 135 by 19. This will become 235 by 90. Now to compare, as we see, we have to convert that in decimal. 19 ones are, and it's 45, 19 twos are. 38, 7. 19 threes are 57, about 12.3. We need to maximize. So this is the maximum value. For this point 20 by 19, 45 by 19. So this way we have maximized objective function. One general observation: whenever there is a equation of maximizing in the polygon case, in bounded region case, you will find that in general this point will be farthest with reference to 0 origin. Okay, this in comparison to other corner points, you see A, B, C, this will be the farthest. Okay, so this way we can judge. So by practice you will understand. We'll see next question now. Next, question number 4. From the same exercise, we are given objective function z as 3x plus 5y, x plus 3y greater or equal to 3, x plus y greater or equal to 2 are the constants here, and x and y greater or equal to 0. Again in the first quadrant we have to plot. Now, if you compare this equation with the previous ones, you can see these two inequations are given greater or equal to, both of them, and previously it was less or equal to. Okay, yeah, there is a change, but not always that verbally we can predict the answer. That's why we will plot it properly. First one, if I make y0, x is equal to 3, it's corresponding in equation is x plus 3y equal to 3, and corresponding of second one is x plus y is equal to 2. So y equal to 0 makes x equal to 3, x equal to 0 makes y equal to 1. So we join these two to get the straight line corresponding to first inequation. Next, x plus y is equal to 2, as you can see. 0, 2 and 2, 0. These are the points required. This is 2, 0 and 0, 2. This is for second one. Now it comes for shading. With respect to first one, first straight line, if I see, again I will check with respect to origin 0, 0. If I put that 0 in place of x and y both, this right hand side completely is 0 is greater than 3. If I write a 0, then 0 is greater or equal to 3, which is not a correct statement. That's why we have to go opposite to 0. We have to shade opposite to 0 for first one. This way. And this way, respect to 2, we see again if I put 0 and 0, so 0 is greater or equal to 2. Again a wrong statement, we go opposite to origin. Or we can check for 1 comma 0 also, as you can see with respect to second straight line. If I put 1 comma 0, so 1 plus 0 will become 1, 1 greater or equal to 2 is a wrong statement. That is sure. So whenever you are not confident about shading, you can check for 2-3 points. Okay, because same points on the points on the same side of a straight line will show the same nature, and opposite side all points will show the same nature. Okay, also we are having x and y greater or equal to 0, so we can see this step we have to shade. Now all shades we can see with respect to this y-axis. This is straight line second, straight line first, and x-axis. We can see they all are converging in this region. This is the required region which has to be shaded, or we can say this is the feasible region. Okay, so this is like infinite from one end. Okay, we can expand these x and y axis, so this will be enclosed by all these. So this is infinite at one end. And in such a case, like previously we have not seen such a case, that's why especially I have to explain. In such a case, we find bit like a boat shape. Here it is not a polygon, this is an unbounded region actually. This is unbounded region. In such a case, in general, you will be asked to minimize the objective function. Why? Because maximizing can be done. There are infinite points and no limit is there. That's why we cannot fix a point to maximize the objective function. So minimizing is done by the points lying along these limits. You can see the shaded region is ending. It starts from here. So corner points will be always points of intersection of at least two lines. Here y-axis intersects this is second at the point 0, 2. So let us consider this is A 0, 2. Other point is the intersection of 1 and 2 both. We will find it out. Let's consider this to be B, and this point we can say it is a C, which is a 3, 0. Now intersection of these two we have to solve. Actually, subtraction. This gives you 2y equal to 1. So y is equal to 1 by 2. And substituting in any of the equation, we can say 2 to the 4 minus 1, x equal to 3 by 2. So this point will be 1 by 2 and 3 by 2 comma 1 by 2. So we can make the table now, which is required. For the evaluation of objective function and to check at which point it's giving us the maximum or minimum value required. I hope by this time so far you have understood everything. 3x plus 5y. We have shortlisted 3 corner points are there. A 0, 2. B it's 3 by 2, 1 by 2. C it's 3, 0. So let us substitute, and as I will say, whenever you don't get this, you are not comfortable with this verbally, then you can go for rough work. Okay, so 0, 2 makes a first term 0, 2 5 is 10, 3 by 2, 1 by 2. So 3 into, we can calculate 3 into 3 by 2 plus 5 into 1 by 2 makes it 9 by 2, 5 by 2. 14 by 2 gives you 7. Here this second term will be 0 for this point, and 3 3s are 9. So we can say this is the minimum value required at point B, 3 by 2, 1 by 2. This is the value of x, this value is y. This was the first case of unbounded region. We will see more questions from the same exercise. According to this question, it's a special one as minimizing, maximizing. Both are the targets here with objective function z equal to 5x plus 10y. Subject to the constant. This time we can see in this question 3 constants are given. And now if you see the nature also is different. Less or equal to, greater or equal to, both are mixed. So that's why we have to be careful while plotting. X plus 2y less or equal to 120, x plus y greater or equal to 60. And this is a different one, x minus 2y greater or equal to 0. So we can write a corresponding straight line as x plus 2y equal to 120, x plus y this is equal to 60, and x minus 2y equal to 0. You can see as it's constant, not available. That's why this line passes through. So by the basic theory of straight line, you might be knowing this line passes through always origin, first quadrant and third quadrant. Okay, as we can write this as x equal to 2y. Also, finding the maximum minimum value possible here, required here for the plotting of x and y. I have taken the scale of 20 both sides, x and y axis. So let's start with the first line. Here first one is x plus 2y equal to 125. If I make y is equal to 0, I get x equal to 120. It's here. If I make y is equal to 0, it was 120. X equal to 0 gives you 60. Joining these two, we find line plotted here corresponding to first one. Second, x plus y is equal to 60. Whenever you are having such an equation, you can see points are 60, 0 and 0, 60. One is here. Other point we can take from x. Now you can see 1 and 2 are intersecting at y axis only. A rare case. Not every time you will find such a thing. We will check which direction should be shaded here. For first, as we can see, if I put here 0, 0, so it gives us 0 is smaller than 120, correct statement. So with respect to first, we need to shade towards origin. With respect to second, if I put 0, so 0 is greater than 60, it gives us a wrong statement. So that's why this will go opposite to origin. Now we are left with third one. It's a plotting maybe confusing. So as I said, for sure a constant is not available, and this can be written as x equal to 2y. So for sure for first and third quadrant it will pass through. It's still maybe a confusion. So better you can take one more point other than 0, 0, that is origin. I can see scale has been taken of 20, 40 and all. So taking x equal to 20, I find y is tan. So here this line passes through, 10 can be taken half of 20, so around here. Roughly we can take. On graph paper this will become more convenient. So this way we can plot the last one. Now as it is passing through origin, this is the third one. For shading we cannot take the help of origin, this condition. We can't take, as origin is lying on this line. So that's why either of the point on axis we have to take. I see this divides one side x-axis point, other side y-axis points lie. So we can take like 20, 0. 20, 0 is a point on x-axis. So let's check whether we have to shade towards x-axis or opposite to x-axis. So let's see that. Here if I put 20, 0, 20 minus 2 into 0 will give you 20 minus 0. So this gives us 20 is greater or equal to 0 is a correct statement. 20, 0 if I am putting here, so 20, 0 is a correct statement. So this way we get this line, its shading will go towards x-axis. We can check for y also, 0, 20 into 2. So this will become minus 40 greater or equal to 0, which is a wrong statement. So we have to move towards x-axis only. So let's shade this side. This is one part. Other, for this one line we will do. For this I find it here. Now I hope that you have started to visualize along y-axis, its right hand side. For x-axis, it's here. So if I want to find the area, the region which favors all inequalities is this one, a polygon. Now here, unlike other equations, you will find one thing, it is surrounded by only 4 directions, that is 4 sides. First one, second one, third one, and x-axis. Y-axis is not in direct contact, but these points are satisfying that all points will be for y greater or equal to 0. Actually for y we say x equal to 0, means equation of y-axis is written as x equal to 0. So all those points which are lying here, for sure the value of x will be greater than 0, means positive. So our requirement is not always that it should touch or it should be in direct contact with the feasible region. Only thing, whatever points we are taking in feasible region, they should satisfy the inequation. Okay, so that's why it does not matter if it is not in direct contact with the feasible region. Additionally, I will explain that maybe a point of confusion, why not other areas, as other than this one we are having this triangular shape. So for this triangle, this equation number 3, its direction is favored, but with respect to 2, as its direction is moving opposite, so this cannot be taken. The same reason for this triangle also, that's with respect to 2, its direction does not favor. Even we cannot find shaded region also. Okay, and for this one triangle, this with respect to 3, direction goes opposite. Okay, so finally we have this area, this region as the feasible region. Okay, polygon. So point A is 60, 0. Point B, corner points we have to take 120, 0. These 2 points are the intersections of 3 with 1 and 2. So we will solve them. First of all, x with 3 we have to solve. So x equal to 2y is the value. With 1 we can simply put x equal to 2y. So it becomes 2y, 4y is equal to 120. This implies y is equal to 30. So x will be 30 to the 60. Means this point must be 60, 30. So we will consider this as C, 60, 30. Here this is D. It is point D. So its coordinate will be obtained by again solving x equal to 2y with second equation. So 3y equal to 60 gives us y is equal to 20 and 22 is 40. So this is 40, 20. 40, 20. Now we need to check the objective function, minimum and maximum. Be careful in this question, both of the things are to be obtained. So let's do it without table. I will explain. Like corner point A, let me short this, 60, 0. B, 120, 0. C, it's 60, 30. And D, 40, 20. For Z equal to 5x plus 10y, we need to check. So second term will be 0 for sure. 60 into 5, this will become 300. 120 into 0, so second term 0 again. 12 5s are 60, it gives us 600. 60, 30, 300 from first term, 300, so this becomes 300 and 300, it is again 600. Next 40, 20. So first term 45s are 200 and 200. We are having 400 here. So if I see, this gives you minimum 300 at 60, 0, and these two are giving us maximum value of objective function. So I hope you have understood this one. This was a completely different question from the previous cases. Of this exercise, question number 8 I have taken, maximizing, minimizing, again we have to do, of function z equal to x plus 2y subject to 3 constants, and accordingly I have taken a scale also. So let's begin with first one. X plus 2y is equal to 100 is the corresponding equation. So if I make y equal to 0, x is 100, and x equal to 0 makes y equal to 50, lies here. So we can join them this way. This is first one. And for the shading thing, what we can do here, again origin can be taken. If I put origin, so this whole side will become 0 greater than 100. Wrong statement, move opposite to origin. Next, second one, again you can see constant is absent. Now in such a line, actually how I predict, it's not prediction, it's by experience. You can see when I shift y that side, so LHS is x, RHS is y. I have kept x and y variable each side, okay. Means either of the side, one in LHS, other in RHS, and I find that both of them are positive. In such a case, always such a line passes through first quadrant, third quadrant, origin. But for fixing its correct position, we need, for accuracy, we require one more point. So we can take any point here. If I take x equal to 20 to the 40, so it is for this one. This point will be somewhere here. So line passes through origin and this one point, okay. For plotting we have done. Otherwise locating that point is not must. Now as it is passing through origin, for sure we cannot take reference origin for shading. So for this purpose we have to take either of the axis point. 20, 0 of x-axis can be taken. If I put 20 to the 40 minus 0, 40 is less than 0 is wrong statement. Opposite to x-axis means towards y-axis we need to shade. Third one, here if I make y is equal to 0, x becomes 100. So it is already marked. Now if I make x equal to 0, y is 200. So the last point is we required. So these two can be joined. And for this one, this is third one. To shade, again we can take help of origin. 0, 0 makes left hand side completely 0. Less than 200 is a correct statement. Means towards origin shading will be done. So this way if I do, all in first quadrant needed, as x and y both are positive, okay. This one says shade opposite to x-axis, and here we need to shade opposite to origin. And now this is clearly visible. This time in this figure, y-axis is the part of polygon, enclosed one we are having. You can see enclosed. X is not in direct contact with this polygon, the feasible region. And obviously we are having four vertices. This one is A. It was 0, 50. This is B. We need to find intersection of 2 and 1. So we can solve 2 and 1. So this y equal to 2x can be put here. So we can 2x, x plus 2 into 2 will become 4x equal to 100. 5x is 100. So x equal to 100 upon 5 is 20. And y becomes 40. So this point is 20, 40. Okay, they will intersect here only. It was actually on plain paper. Graph paper could help us a lot. So that's why it was very close to the line. Okay, no problem. 20, 40. So this is the intersection of these two. And a line passes through that. Yes, we need this next point C, which is the intersection of 3 and 2. So 2 again means y is equal to 2x. We have to put in 3. So if I take y equal to 2x, 4x equal to 200. I am doing all rough work here. Okay, I expected not a hodgepodge, but you should use margin whenever you are sitting in exam. So it is 2x and 2x, it's 4x, x is 50 and y is 100 for that. So 50, 100, okay, almost same. Okay, so it is 50, 100, and next the last point D is 0, 200. Now for all these 4 points we need to find the minimum and maximum value of z. So let's do that in next page. Here is the table for evaluation of objective function. First term becomes 0 for a, 50 to the 100, 20 40, 20 is here, 40 to the 80, again 100 we are having, 50 100, 50 as it is, 100 to the 250, this makes it 250, and 0 to 100 will make it 400. So these two are minimum and here it is maximum for points. So this way I hope you have understood how to plot the function, how to find the minimum maximum value of objective function if both of them are given, or maybe either of them is given. So in all these cases I am expecting that you have learned a lot. So here for this exercise it's enough. That's all. Thank you.